Hello guys, welcome back to another episode review of Hollyoaks for Thursday 15th of August 2024. We're going to talk about the main plot in this episode regarding Frankie and her abuse, and now she's finally come out to Darren, which I was really happy as a viewer, and she's been bearing the weight of her shoulders all her life, and basically Darren knew something was going on, so did Nancy. Nancy encouraged Darren, you need to find out what's going on because it sounds quite big. She wouldn't just make up any lie for no reason in sense that it was where she's claiming Nancy pushed her over. She's obviously covering for someone, and she's a really sensible girl as well, Frankie. You could just tell, like, her demeanour, her personality, and Darren knows that there's more to this girl. Like, she's very, she's very smart as well, and very, she's very there for a 15 or 16 year old. So if we rewind back, what happened was JJ and Frankie and the family went to the trial and for his football trial, and I think Old Trafford must be the football pitch. Gone into changing rooms, and I think JJ and Frankie got talking, and basically she felt very uncomfortable around him, and then he was about to assault her again. He was about to attack her, and he tried grabbing her, and it was a bit uncomfortable to watch as a viewer, but they are showing real life storylines here. And Frankie luckily kneed him, and then she ran into the changing room and locked herself in. I think it was an independent cubicle. Anyway, she shot, and he was going berserk. JJ, he was trying to throw a chair against the door, and then Frankie looked outside. She saw Oscar walk in, and she asked for help in sign language. And Oscar knew, and Oscar knows there's something wrong with JJ, and he knows that Frankie wouldn't have called like that if there wasn't a real issue. So Oscar went in to get Darren. Darren came found. There's a bit of situation there, and then Frankie did admit it then. I wish she did, but it's not so easy. I assume in Frankie's case, only Frankie knows what she's going through. And the fact that JJ tried to play it all normal after trying to smash the door down, it makes you really dislike the character. And and obviously Darren saying to Oscar, why did you make it look like an emergency, or you made it look like a real emergency there, trying to lighten the atmosphere. You know what Darren does. Anyway, they came out. There was a little party going on at the Cunningham's. Diane, Tony, they put a nice little spread out. I do think Darren must have paid for it, all this little spread. Dave was invited as well. It was really nice, actually. I was getting hungry looking at all the spread laid out, and yeah, I think Darren could see that even after the trial and today's, that day's kind of family gathering in the football pitch, he knew that Frankie looked a bit sad and down, and then finally she came out to Darren, and when Darren said that she loves her as her dad, Frankie, this was really hard to watch as a viewer. She goes, "Oh, you love me," as in questioning, like she couldn't believe it that someone loves her, and unfortunately, that's what the years of abuse she's had, and she's from JJ. Now she's finding it very hard to believe that people love her out there. It's a very, I think, in a way, it's a grooming kind of situation. Her twin brother done that. He's the same age as her, yes, we know, but she's been groomed, and over the years she's been led to believe that she's not really worth much in her mind, which is nonsense. And I really felt I was going to cry watching that bit, because that bit was really, really, really sad and disheartening. Just to watch Frankie say that, you can see that's the exact bit that you can see in the picture where she says, "You love me?" ? Terrific acting from this actress. She deserves some sort of award for this. We're gonna talk about the situation that Diane and Ro's in now. I mean, Diane's trying her best to really understand and help and support Ro. Ro did admit to Ant later on the episode that, you know, he was probably being a bit harsh. And Diane, unfortunately, she does get her emotions a bit, sometimes a bit over emotional, and when she does try to support Ro, and Ro doesn't really kind of listen, or maybe find something that Diane said was incorrect, then he does. Then Diane obviously gets kind of emotional over it, because Diane is trying to help, and it's a difficult situation for both mother and son. And over time, I do believe they can overcome it. It's just that Arlo he does really play a really bad little kid in real life. He does manage to do that really well. Other than that, Dave, when he was saying about his thoughts on, Diane asked him for advice, and I think kind of said something misogynistic, Dave, and then Kitty was behind and she said something slammed off. Obviously Kitty doesn't know that Dave is blue, otherwise she would probably be a bit careful, not that she needs to, because Dave, we already know what he is. I think that is it, guys. I'm going to leave it there, but I am really glad that Frankie has come out and told Darren. Suzanne, her mum, is not really a big of a help. I think she's looking at the fame that JJ's going to bring in. But I think Darren's going to be her rock from this episode on. I'll see you in the next episode review. Peace.